What up, y'all? Let's have a candid conversation. I'm your boy, OSGOE. The purpose of this particular podcast is to talk about the launch of a new defense entity. Now, some of you may be wondering, like, what the heck are you talking about, dude? A defense entity, man? Like, that sounds crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it does to the casual average observer sometimes, depending on your parallax view of the multiverse universe. So there have been a lot of different shows in America and around the world. The British, England has had its share of shows over in Europe. America has had its coast-to-coast radio type shows where people talk about like werewolves and vampires and shit like that, right? I mean, fuck, dude, maybe you don't know about Coast to Coast. But the point is that Coast to Coast AM and channels like it have, at times in the past, they've been considered fringe, dude. Like, people are like, yo, this show's fucking crazy. I remember one of my associates out west, man, back in the early 2000s, actually, late 1990s, this was after that. This was in the early 2000s. He was the one that brought Art Bell to my attention. He's like, yo, bro, you ever listen to Art Bell? And I was like, oh, that dude that's on like fucking super late night and shit. And he's on that like AM station and shit. And they talk about crazy shit like paranormal phenomena and whatnot. I was like, yeah, I heard of that guy. I've heard a couple like little snippets here and there, little sound bites over time, like some werewolves and vampires type shit and fucking alien like space travelers. And he was like, yeah, dude, I listen to that show every night. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude, like, I'm hooked on it. And I was like, and man, this is a dude that, man, one of my associates, man, we put in work on the streets and whatnot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just hustling and stuff like this. Like, most everyone was doing where I'm from back in the day, man. And so, like, when he told me that, I took it to heart. Like, what? For real? Like, man, like, maybe I ought to be listening. Like, why, dog? And he's like, yo, dude, like, he's like, Grove, I'm going to tell you like this. Some of this shit they be talking about, vampires, werewolves and shit, that shit is just fucking crazy out there. Like, fucking just, dude, it's just wacky, right? Zany type shit. He said, but yo, bro. He said, man, some of this shit on there, dude, has substance. It's like there's some shit, they're on to some shit. And he's like, and I'm convinced 100% that the government monitors that shit. And I was like, yo, bro, I keep talking. He's like, man, they be having like, he's like, and I know that it's not my imagination. He said, there's something deep in my human psyche, my like soul. He said, there's something deep within the core of my being that I know that show is fucking wired up, dog. Like, that shit is tapped. They be listening to fucking Big Brother, dog. They're listening for any instance of anything that reveals some above top secret classified shit. And I was like, well, what leads you to believe that, bro? And he's like, man, they be having strange telephone interruptions and shit. And he's like, and I know it's not staged. That's what I'm saying is like the core of my being, dog, like a sensing on a human like level of extrasensory perception. There's a realness aspect of the show, bro. Like, they're like, niggas are listening to that shit. Like, the government has that shit tapped up, homie. And I was like, okay. So I started to listen to Art Bell, right? And dude, let's flash forward about fucking 25 years. So I started to watch Tyler's Secure Team, right? Oh my God, dude. Wow. They take out other motherfuckers, dude, but they gotta let some people remain so that the public fucking can know, bro, or believe rather, whatever it is that, you know, the government wants for people to like be able to like believe that they know. Yo, Tyler's Secure Team shit is fucking on point. That shit is Art Bell on steroids. Now, don't get me wrong. The original Art Bell show, I've heard so many different stories about how shit played out with Art Bell, and how, dude, he was being watched by the watchers who watched the watchers who watched the watchers too. Like, man, and they might have even touched up on him, bro, and like MIB, like Real Men in Black type shit. They might have put it to him, bro, and talked to him and said, yo, motherfucker, check game. Like, yo, because dude, let me tell you about Tyler's secure team. I know that show, dude, like everybody who's like rational, dude, that shit is under fucking investigation, dog. Like, it is mind bending, the shit that Tyler fucking has uncovered. And when they had dude posted up outside his spot for like 3 days and shit, or whatever it was, and Tyler filmed it, I was like, yo, that's maniac. Dude, the government is watching that shit, dude. Secure team is fucking teetering on some fucking fragile, delicate, high wire balancing act type shit, dude. And I'm just like, and Tyler just keeps coming with it, man, which I respect him for that. Keep in mind, that's not even the clincher. Dude, if you want evidence that the shit is legit, when he started to talk about what's the dude's name, I don't want to get it wrong, but I can't remember, man. I don't like to Google shit when I'm on the air. A lot of times because it just flows better. Sometimes if I don't, sometimes I do it, man, for like presentation and like stage effect and all this kind of stuff. But right now, man, I don't even want to Google. But it's like, what's the dude's name? Crow777. If that's right, Crow777, whatever the shit, man, Crow999. Hold up, fuck it, I'm gonna Google this shit. I gotta see this, man. This shit was maniac, man. Hold up. They shut this dude shit down. Hold up, man. Hold on. Crow777. Twitter, shirt, Reddit. Hold up. Let's go, Google. Come on. The Happy Radio. Was this the, come on, join, the Uncommon Law of Land and Sea, Magic Ruler, Free, is this the right one? Hold up, I gotta type secure team next to this. To see if this is related in any way, because from what Tyler says, not to get it wrong myself, this dude here, oh, yes. Secure team, channel deleted. Okay, no, listen. Secure team's channel hasn't been deleted. What I'm talking about is there is a video, when you Google Crow777 secure team, it says channel deleted over this moon video. And that's a secure team 10 video. What a shame Crow777 had one of the best channels around. Glad you're showing support. Okay, so it is Crow777. Yo, I'm probably triggering supercomputer fucking Atlas type fucking surveillance shit. They're probably like, man, why is this nigga talking about Crow777 on podcast? Yo, man, check this shit out. If you fucking think the shit ain't real, bro, it ain't even, honestly, it ain't even funny. It's like right there in your fucking face, bro. Like, so this dude, he's doing this observation of the moon, and he sees this ripple pattern that takes place, right? And he's like, what is this wave frequency, like strange, bizarre, like super luminal, like light wave bending, like curvature, I almost said curvating, this undulating up and down, what's this wave, dude? Like, what's this fucking wave shit? Like sine wave fucking frequency, like rippling on the moon, dude. Like, is this a trick of my camera because my camera is glitched? And then all these other people around the world, dude, reported it independently at the same time, separately, dude, which tells you mathematically that their cameras that are all different in different fucking countries did not malfunction. So that led some people to ask questions like, yo, is the moon a fucking goddamn holographic projection? Like, how could the moon have a ripple effect like that? Bro, it sounds like a simple question, right? It sounds just like something that's pretty fucking normal, right? Like, anybody would ask that question. Hey, I'm looking at the moon, and all of a sudden it does this like wavy pattern, like the surface is like waving like a wave of like surf at the like ocean, like surf's up. Okay, then it's going down, and it's like, you know, whoa, how can the moon do that when it's a spherical like object? It looks like a fucking soccer ball, dog. Dude. The U.S. fucking shadow government, man, came after this dude with a goddamn fucking MIB team, bro. Black helicopters and everything. Ran this nigga off the road. His shit flipped over hella times, dude. And he's hella lucky to be alive. All he did was ask the legit question. They fucking deleted his shit on the internet, bro. They were like, you can't discuss or talk or reveal or broadcast none of this shit. What's so cold, man, is the other people around the world that had the same observation. I mean, I don't know, man. What, you know, I mean, I'm just like, but dude, he recorded his interaction with those MIBs and it was not fucking staged. That helicopter flew so goddamn close to him, dude, on some hostile shit. Like above his SUV or whatever, bro. Like, they flew on his shit and they were like, they ran the nigga off the goddamn road and flipped him over a cliff. Hella times, bro. His shit was smushed like fucking tin can crushed. And yo, he's lucky to be alive, man. Like, whatever he stumbled upon, whatever he saw, man, they don't want niggas to know the deeper fucking truth, reality about that shit. And it's not fucking funny. So, point is, man, there's obviously some shit going on in space. And when the president of the U.S., that is America, when the American president says, I am making it a priority to launch a space force, to create, establish a brand new space force for America, making it the next branch of the U.S. military, a brand new branch of the U.S. military. Dude, when the president says some shit like that, dude, that's when you gotta really think hold on, dude, what's he talking? What does he know that we don't fucking know? Like, why would that be a priority? Like, is Donald Trump, is he a sci-fi fan? Like, did he grow up reading fucking comic books and shit? You know, and watching fucking Transformers and Cybertron and all this kind of stuff? I don't know, is what most people would say to themselves, right? If they're rational thinkers and they're trying to figure it all out and put it together, piece it all together and do the analysis and the link analysis. I'll tell you this, dude. I'm going to start my own space force. Because, man, that's a signal. That's I mean, dude, he's not the first person. Eisenhower, Reagan made his speech, and he was talking about if basically people were to understand, or if it were to be known that there were hypothetically some type of threat from outside the planet, some shit along those lines and to that effect, bro. They've been talking about it for decades. So in the course of human events, in the span of human beings being on recorded history that we know of, that Reagan speech, dude, wasn't too long ago. Ronald Reagan was a president when I was a kid. He was talking about the shit. Eisenhower before him. Fucking, fucking Bill Clinton. He knew some shit. He was talking about getting access to alien data, and they cut his shit off. They were like, nah, fuck you. They cut off his access to intel at a certain level above that. They're like, man, you ain't fucking doing nothing of the sort. His wife, Hillary Clinton, the big loser in the past campaign, who's involved in the espionage server debacle and her Benghazi fucking treason. Dude, she, have you ever seen the movie Divergent? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever read any of the books or anything? Do you know what I'm talking about? So, in my opinion, in my view, she's like those evil motherfuckers of that future timeline. Because really, it ain't it ain't really a future timeline, in my opinion. That shit is now, man. That type of shit is right now, okay? And she's one of them, dude, and she was involved in fucking espionage with her server, dude, and she was trying to fuck up America and do some dastardly shit in cahoots with motherfucking Hussein Barack Obama, dude. So they're behind the scenes doing fucking espionage, server ISIS shit, helping ISIS fucking rise and do all this fucking dastardly fucking treason shit, man. Look, point is, she was talking about gaining access to alien intel too. There are 36 plus levels above the president of classified information that the president doesn't even have access to. So she and her husband both wanted to know shit about the Kennedy assassination. They wanted to know shit about aliens, and the government above her and him, they were like, no, fuck you guys. Okay? Fuck you. So, dude, 36 levels of classified levels. 1 level, 2 level, 3 level. The president's like, yo, can I get access to just 1 level of those 36 above me? And they're like, no, fuck you. So check it out. Presidents have known that there's shit that is so... I mean, what the fuck can the president not know about this planet, man? 36 levels beyond what he already or she already knows. Huh? What the fuck are we talking about? So the point is, dude, that when Hillary treason and Billary, that's Bill Clinton treason, when these motherfuckers started to poke their noses around and ask some questions about how they could gain access to this shit so they could reveal it to basically society, that's when they got shut the fuck down. Shut down. All Trump says, he's smart. All he says is he wants to start a space force because America needs one. That's the logical, smart approach. Did you ever hear her say some shit like that? Like, I mean, you're a human, right? Okay? Maybe you're not, but, you know, who knows who's listening to this podcast like Art Bell, right? Maybe it's not a human, but, point is, like that alien that took the selfie and shit, and they deleted that shit instantly from the internet within like microseconds because some purple, yellow fucking alien straight took a selfie like near Area 51 or some shit. Like bipedal, humanoid looking, but like some yellow, purple looking alien reptilian fucking thing was just like, yo, selfie, dude, you know, like flash. And they were like, no! They fucking microseconded that shit, dude, in a nano fucking pixel second. That shit was deleted from human history, man. They're like, you can't do that on Earth. They'll figure shit out. And they somehow, like, grid intercepted that shit, dude. That shit was lunatic. So anyway, man, I think that was 4chan Network that posted that shit. And that shit disappeared instantaneously. So, yo, check game. Bill and Hillary, they weren't smart. Yeah, he was a Rhodes Scholar, but nonetheless, not faithful to his wife, traitor to America, dude, by being unfaithful. I mean, if you're the commander-in-chief, it's illegal for you to cheat on your wife as the commander-in-fucking-chief while you're the president of the United States, which is what he did. So that made him a fucking criminal actor, and obviously a piece of shit, cheating on your fucking wife while you're the president in office, okay, elected. So the point is that their dastardly family, okay, their family, despite whatever academic, you know, scholarly accolades they have between them, right, they're nonetheless involved in some fucking dirty shit. He with his extramarital affairs, she with their fucking treason, okay? They're just fucked up people, man. And so then they have the nerve, the gall, to be talking about some shit like they want to know about aliens and they're going to fucking tell the public? Dude, the shadow government's like, fuck you. Shut them down. So Trump, he's smart. He knows this shit. He understands the delicate, fragile nature of it all at that deeper level deeper truth of reality. People who have said that Donald Trump is just basically a big, dumb toddler, anybody who says that to me just says that just suggests that they're an anti-capitalist and that they're just jealous that he's fucking paid and he can basically buy more or less whatever he wants with his billions of dollars and that they have to struggle financially. That's all it tells me. It just tells me that they're jealous and they're envious because, dude, he's not fucking stupid. He's the president of the United States, and it wasn't a fucking fluke. And it wasn't a fluke that he earned billions of dollars. Okay? He could have lost all of that money, dude. So for someone to say, well, he was born with the silver fucking spoon in his mouth and he's just a rich kid that was fucking, privileged and his family pampered him and he's just a big toddler in a grown man's body. He's just a dumb, borderline schizophrenic, mentally ill, stupid man who's totally mentally ill, and I don't know if I want him to have nuclear weapons because he's a toddler with nuclear weapons, the football. Just tells me, dude, fucking talking like a fucking primitive monkey from the apes planet. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Yeah, you're jealous because he outsmarted you and became the president, and you couldn't do that. Okay? Yeah, motherfucker, you couldn't fucking do that, and he did it. Oh, and I'm supposed to believe that he's fucking stupid and that you're not. The people saying that he's mentally ill and he's dumb and he's a big toddler and he's just so out of his mind and, he could have lost all that fucking money. He could have been like the dude that I just saw the documentary about who did the boy band, who ended up in fucking federal prison, dude, on the biggest Ponzi scam in fucking U.S. history, man. Okay? He could have fucked up all the money and had no money and been impecunious and fucking penniless. He could have had no fucking money whatsoever. But he was smart and he fucking made his billions of dollars. And now he's in government. He's coded in on all these different levels and he's playing it cool and he understands the formality of it all and the nuances. Because you see, it's about the nuances. You don't hear him talking rash like they were. Look, he may have said some things that were questionable in your minds in the beginning of his presidency, because he is new to the world of being a president. So, presidents are going to be presidents, and he said some things like, and people call them out, hey, that's crazy that he would say that. He might have changed his statements a couple of times, but the one thing that he didn't fucking do is he did not say the bullshit that they did. He played it cool, and he said, yo, we're going to create a space. He says, yo, we're going to create a space force. And people are like, what? That's crazy. What are you talking about? Like a comic book space force? And he's just like, nah, man. See, there's a need because there's stuff going on in space that we need to be on top of, man. Because, a lot of rocks out there and stuff. And it would just be prudent. It would just be prudent if we were to create, a line of defense in space, given what's out there and whatnot. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And we're going to work on this matter because it's an international priority. You see, dude, that's playing it fucking cool. Okay? So for anyone to knock him, dude, and not understand how brilliant and how masterful that shit is, I'm just like, fuck off, dude. Have your opinions, whatever, man. We can agree to disagree, but that shit, you're trying to paint him as being some fucking ridiculous person and all this kind of stuff. And then the other thing that I was talking about in the previous podcast is that one of the things that you see happening right now, one of the trends, you see these Democrats, dude, that used to be with Nancy Nanny State Pelosi. You see these motherfuckers, dude, that used to subscribe to her narrative and they used to roll with her statements and they're like, yeah, Nanny Pelosi, you tell him, you rail him, you give it to him. And Maxine fucking Dirty Waters and these fucking, man, Loretta Lynch, the Skinch and shit. Dude, these people, man, that, when they were advocating, yeah, you need to harass Donald Trump's people and harass them if they have a MAGA cap. And you need to just basically harass. When they were advocating and condoning that shit, dude, man, do you know how illegal, first of all, that is? Do you know how reckless and fucking stupid that is? Do you know how short-sighted and how lunatic that is? Okay? So, They were saying crazy shit like that because, of course, if they were in office, put it like this. If they were, to put it into perspective, is what I mean. If they're in fucking office, right? And I said to the American people, I said, hey, you know this motherfucking bitch who's the president? Yeah. Hey, you know what we need to do? We need to fucking start harassing her people everywhere we see them in public. The fucking Secret Service would be all over that shit. They'd be like, knock, knock. Excuse me, sir. We need to talk to you. You're making threats against the president of the United States. Okay? Dude, did they approach her? Did they say anything to her? Like, what you're doing is against the motherfucking goddamn law. What you're doing is fucking treason. You are trying to incite some shit against an acting, standing fucking president. You get the fuck out of our government. You're under arrest. No, dude, of course not. You know why? Here's why. During Obama's fucking piece of shit presidency, dude, with Eric Holder and all these motherfuckers, man, John Brennan and all this shit, all these deep state actors, James Comey, Andrew fucking McCabe, Robert motherfucking Mueller, all these dudes, man, with this Nazi wannabe fucking Gestapo shit that they do, neo-fascist witch hunts and shit, all these 9/11 fucking inside job type motherfuckers, man, and you know they did that shit. These fucking fools, they had a grip on America at the time. So they've got holdover motherfuckers still at different agencies just hanging out, laying low, man. And so anytime someone like Maxine Dirty Waters or any of these motherfuckers tries to say some shit, just like out of the movie, like I said, Divergent, same type of scenario, same type of shit. You have these motherfuckers who are part of that aristocracy, that clan of elites, because they're above the law. And they have the tools and mechanisms of government at their fingertips. And they've got their people inserted in the fucking deep state. And so when you're someone like one of these motherfucking punks, you can do some highly treasonous shit that's extremely fucking treasonous, that the ordinary motherfucker would be in a military fucking isolated underground subterranean deep black fucking detention site, Guantanamo Bay in space type shit. Yeah, you can be like motherfucking Maxine Dirty Waters and Loretta Skinch and all these fucking dirty scumbags like Barack Obama, and you can help terrorists, dude, and you can be one yourself, dude, and you can incite some shit like, hey, we're gonna harass the president's people wherever we see him in public. I'm an advocate and I condone that. And then you can retract your statement and you can go back. You know why? Because there's a double standard in that system, dude. There's a motherfucking double standard, dude. And you can break the law as a treasonous viper terrorist, dude, condoning, advocating terroristic acts. And guess what? The Justice Department won't do anything to you other than give the American people a bunch of lip service. Yeah, look at fucking Andrew McCabe, dude. Look at James Comey. These niggas are still walking around after they attempted a coup against the American president. And they're fucking getting paid to do interviews and shit. Going around talking all, backtracking and back dialing and dialing back and fucking backpedaling and shit, sidestepping. These niggas is doing elliptical fucking statements on the air, talking in circles and shit, man. Getting fucking paid by the left media, dude, after they attempted a coup against a standing fucking president, dude. They believe themselves to be totally motherfucking above the goddamn law. Yeah, you know why? Because they know that no one currently is going to come and arrest them, dude, and put fucking handcuffs on them. I'll tell you what, dude. If I were the president of the United States, dude, I would have had those motherfuckers arrested on fucking international TV like any other country. Like any other motherfucking country would, dude. Try that shit in Egypt. Try that shit in Pakistan. Try that in the Middle East and South Asia. Try that shit in motherfucking Iran, dude. Try that shit in North Korea, dude. Try a coup against one of those fucking presidents or leaders or whatever. Dude, they're going to come and arrest your ass immediately at fucking gunpoint. If not smoke on sight. And be like, yo, coup nullified. Try that shit in the fucking Philippines, dude. No. Try that shit in Great Britain or whatever they call it now, England, because some people find it offensive to refer to Mumbai as Bombay and whatever, England is Great Britain because of colonialism, what the fuck ever. The point is, whatever in the Mandela effect these shits are called now in terms of, I say shits as countries, whatever these countries, America with its 53rd state and shit, shits, whatever the fucking shits are called now, these countries. I'm not saying England's fucked up and it's a shitty place. I love England and I love America. I'm just saying, whatever these geometric patterns, these shits are called as they shift around, dude, yeah, try a fucking coup in one of those places like that, dude, outside of America, and the shit is nullified. But of course, you've got motherfucking clones like James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Robert Mueller with this J. Edgar Hoover motherfucking torch that he carries from the COINTELPRO Tuskegee experiment, fucking legacy holdover, carryover shit that they were doing there at the FBI. There's a fucking rogue faction within the FBI. Yeah, man. Hey, dude. Those dudes are just walking around doing illegal, unconstitutional motherfucking witch hunts in America. Yeah. No one. Dude, are there any legal proceedings? You got people in Congress. Well, I'm sorry, not Congress, but in the Senate. They're like, yeah, we need to investigate it. Really? You really think you need to investigate him? Well, that's, yeah, you know, do you think maybe you should look into it? How many days, weeks, months, years has it been since the attempted coup against a sitting, standing, acting president? Yeah, do you think maybe you should look into it? You're going to refer some information to the Justice Department, are you? Yeah. Well, do you think that might be something that for consideration there? You think maybe the Justice Department might just take a little look at that and see what might be going on there now? Yeah. Do you think that might be a practical thing to do? Yeah, I think it might be pragmatic, a little bit, don't you? So that's the bullshit, dude. That's the whole game, is that, dude, there's no immediate apprehension. There's no immediate arrest. These people profit from this fucking goddamn shit, dude. They're making fucking zillions of dollars doing this shit. So Trump comes along. He sees how stupid these fucking treasonous vipers are, just how preposterous they are. And, hey, look, he may have been in some way Democratic, liberal-leaning at some point in Hollywood, but he just realizes how ugly it is, dude, and just how dark and fucked up it is. And he's like, yo, man, no, dude, in good conscience, man, it's just, dude, I can't be with that crowd, okay? Because their crowd is unconscionable, okay? It is execrable. This shit is dark and fucked up, and these are literally vipers. You talk about Nephilim, dude. You motherfuckers that talk about Nephilim, dude, those are Nephilim, dude. Those, dude, fucking Hillary fucking Clinton and goddamn these motherfuckers from the J. Edgar Hoover shit. Come on, dude. Dude, they do whatever the fuck they want. And they're never, ever fucking apprehended, dude, by the justice system for any type of shit whereby they would be prosecuted and found guilty or even tried for anything, dude. No, because the American rule of law doesn't apply to them. In their minds, not at all. Not a single bit, dude, not one tad bit. So, in that, the conclusion is that the president, currently, Donald J. Trump, he's like, yo, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a Space Force. And I'm like, oh, nice. Because he's right, and it's needed, and it's absolutely imperative. So I'm going to do the same thing, dude. I'm going to start a Space Force because these ridiculous motherfucking absurd, over-the-top traitors to America inside our own government are not only wayward, untoward, and absolutely fucking reckless. Dude, that aside, there still needs to be a Space Force nonetheless. And I'm not talking about NASA with their SETI lenses, dude, looking for intelligent bacteria in the story that we're being told over and over again. Maybe one day, zillions of eons from now, we'll find some type of intelligent bacteria that will talk to us through some type of micrograph. Oh, look, it's not a regular bacteria. It's not a simple bacterium. No, this is something that is more intelligent than a single-celled amoeba. It has some ability to like shapeshift in a different kind of unicellular way, And it also has some type of ability to communicate with our human minds. We think it might be alien, like the movie Contact. Yeah, dude, that's what SETI's supposedly looking for. Even though, dude, fucking, there's the Gaia Project with Dr. Greer and all of the people that have come out from the defense community, dude, that have been talking about, yo, we've worked in government for fucking 40, 50 plus years, dude, and collectively hundreds of years, thousands of years. And yo, the aliens are among us, dude. Yeah, fuck SETI. I said fuck SETI.